Welcome to Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. I'm your host, Lady D Denise Gomez Green, inviting you to join me each week for real conversations, powerful stories, and uplifting perspectives that shine a light on voices from the community and the diaspora. Kick off your week with the Monday Drive from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Dive deep on Thursdays with Center Stage from 6 to 8 p.m. And ease into your weekend with Satideh Mawnin Runnings every Saturday at 10 a.m. Catch Voices with Lady D on YouTube, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network online, and YouTube, and Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Trelawney, Jamaica, or tune in on Linkage Radio online. So lock in, turn it up, and remember, every voice has power. This is Voices with Lady D. Celebrate the heartbeat of Caribbean culture with Satideh Mawnin Runnings. Join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. on YouTube as we showcase the vibrant heritage of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean with 4 incredible women: Sherns, Max, Jacqui, and yours truly, Lady D. From powerful stories to cultural traditions, we're bringing the flavor, rhythm, and excellence of the Caribbean straight to you. It's more than a show. It's a celebration of the roots and traditions that inspire and unite us. Subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay connected. Every Saturday at 10 a.m., it's Satideh Mawnin Runnings. Come feel the vibes. Satideh Mawnin Runnings, where Caribbean heritage comes alive. Ready for real talk and powerful conversations? Then subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube, where culture meets commentary and the diaspora speaks loud and clear. Don't just scroll. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and tap the bell so you never miss a moment. From laughter to legacy, it's all happening here. Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. Hey Trelawney, it's Lady D, reaching you straight from New York with love. Catch me every week on Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Duncan's Trelawney, Jamaica. It's Voices with the Lady D on Linkage Radio, streaming live on YouTube. Join me Monday for the Monday Drive from 5 to 7 p.m. and Friday for Center Stage from 5 to 7 p.m. And me just want to know who under the mango tree with them iPhone, iPad, and transistor radio? Because trust me, you can't afford to miss the show. Music, vibes, and real talk every time. Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. Stay locked in. Trelawney, me love you nobody. Family, get ready. Satideh Mawnin Runnings is back tomorrow, Saturday, January 17 at 10 a.m. The first show for the new year, and the whole crew is stepping in with fresh energy and big laughter. Your favorites, Sherns, Jacqui, Max, and Lady D, are kicking off the new year with a theme that every single one of us can relate to. If I knew then what I know now. We're talking lessons, laughter, growth, and all the moments that make you shake your head and say, Lord, if me did only know. It's real, it's fun, and it's the perfect way to start your Saturday. So set the reminder, grab your tea, and join us live on YouTube at Voices with Lady D. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the vibes. Saturday Morning Runnings, where culture meets conversation. See you then.
Well, morning. Morning, Jacqui.
How they do?
Morning, Maxie.
Good
morning. Happy New Year to you guys. Ha ha. What an ups to on a beautiful Saturday. We have not seen each other for some time now. So we want to say good morning, ladies. It's so good. Last year we had quite the run. It was all she'll be here soon.
Oh.
It will be off the chain this year. And you know, it's just gonna be one of those days when we are just flying. Both in our personal lives, with our business, with our family, friends, everything. We're declaring that, and it's gonna be great. So thank God He has brought us to the 17th day of January. So we give Him thanks. We wave hands, slap a cheek, smile, because we have muscles and they're all working, and
and the heart is pumping.
And the heart, if it wasn't, there would
I'm in a soon from last year. Me no soon.
Real.
No, how come?
From last year, Max.
Oops.
Lord, Madam Queen.
Sunshine Papa from Jamaica.
Hello.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
That's a good one, Jack. That's a good one.
Well, hello.
It's called playing on words.
That's cool.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, Sherns.
Sherns, welcome back.
Yes. Happy New Year and Happy New Hair.
Yes.
Yes.
I like.
The volume is just hitting us over here.
Oof.
I'm telling you, it's hitting me too.
And listen my volume. I'm gonna catch my volume.
Yeah, man. Your volume turn up loud, Max.
Your volume
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, nice. So
hello, everyone. Good.
Yes. Andrea says you came down the runway.
Yes, please.
Hello.
I was running, that's for sure. I was running.
So Sherns, you're back on this rock.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Sherns. How are you? How was your trip?
It was wonderful.
It's never less than wonderful.
Some of it.
Yeah, man. It was really, really, really good. That's just my cup of tea.
Yes, we know, darling.
Yes. It was great. It was great.
Going to your yard is just a thing.
Yeah, man. And I mean, you go with an open mind. I went with an open mind, meaning that in the aftermath of the hurricane and all, some conveniences, that we are used to, I figured it wouldn't be available. And I was pretty good in my neighborhood is pretty good. The only thing we didn't have was internet. We didn't have cable. As a matter of fact, I got mine on Thursday morning. So a lot of people, quote unquote, are inconvenienced because they don't have. Not say quote unquote, depending on what your activities are and what you need to do, if you don't have it. But when you look on the other side, there are persons who don't yet have electricity. So if at your home you have electricity and running water, you
Mm,
are you are doing
doing
quite
a
well.
good
And
case.
yeah,
Yes.
man.
Of course.
And then for people of our age who grew up prior to internet, when you're probably never, not probably, we never have Wi-Fi. That wasn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have it, you
One
find
minute.
ways and means to still operate and do what you need to do without having it. While some people, them just can't manage.
You know,
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
here I am thinking we had Wi-Fi in Penance.
Well, it's oh, you have a Wi-Fi penance right now, or back when you was growing up.
When, when I was growing up.
Well, excuse them one.
Me know about the Wi-Fi. Me don't know about the Wi-Fi.
I don't know.
I know there was some Wi-Fi, but I don't know about the Wi-Fi. Me didn't know the boom job, so me don't know what name so.
No, sir.
Oh Lord. I tell you.
We
I
we we
can't
were
manage.
we were just there saying why. That's all we were saying. Why?
Why?
You never know about no Wi-Fi, but hey,
That was
I
good.
was co-producer doing.
You know, Sika producer, he's here, and he even when he saw Sherns, he said, Rotty, that's a type that in the chat.
oh my gosh.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
Listen,
oh my, oh my brother
if I never
can't
feel
match
on
me
it,
up, some man.
if I never feel
Him-
if I never feel on no say I would still be sleeping because I don't know say Jacqui turned full working girl.
Oh Lord.
That lady
Oh,
did call me. I was in a law line. Me think somebody there in Jamaica with Sherns.
Oh
May I
Lord.
tell you,
the,
I had
oh,
to I had to work hard to get the lead out. Let me tell you. Because
well, not
usually when I'm flying, I don't watch the movie. I usually, usually read a book or
Mm.
I do my puzzles or something. Or I just flat out go sleep. But yesterday, I don't know why I just feel for watch a movie and I was scrolling and I saw Hidden Figures
Oh
that I
yeah.
had put on my to-do. So I just end up watching it.
Mm-hmm.
So that rest I would have had during the flight, master, me never get it. Me watch Hidden Figures. By the time it done, me had a half hour left for flight. So
Oh,
I I just didn't bother.
okay. Well,
But it was
that's
a good
okay.
movie. Yeah.
good to see you ladies. And it's no matter how long we haven't seen each other, when we come back, we just vibes like that. So that's a
Yeah,
good.
man.
Yeah.
Welcome to our audience. It's our first show for 2026, and our topic this morning: If I knew then what I know now. Yeah,
May I
man.
tell you?
Then what I know now. And we invite you to share with us, drop your comments, right? Two little things. It doesn't have to be anything too detailed, but of course, we love to hear from you and chat up with you. So let's go on over to the chat segment, and greetings to everybody. Jan was first this morning. Morning, Jan. She says good morning and happy new year to you ladies and Mr. Co-host. And Desmond, morning, good morning, stay warm. Yes, we're over your master.
It's cold in Florida too.
Isn't that nice?
So I heard.
Yeah, but
But
the
you're
cold
forwarded.
doesn't bother
But you're forwarded.
me. What they
Right.
call cold is like when it gets cool and nice. I mean, so wow, it's nice. Everybody have on bubble jacket. So I'm boots. I say, excuse me.
Oh, Lord.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Then
What's the
we're in
temperature?
Jamaica
What's the
too.
temperature?
Wait, let me see what it is this morning. It's showing me 71, but one night it went down to 42 or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
A few nights ago.
Imagine that.
That's a good sleep.
Yes.
Yesterday
Yeah,
morning I woke up to 19. Yesterday morning it was 19. I didn't ask my Alexa today, but
really.
yesterday morning I wake up to 19. Yes,
Well,
19
for the
degrees yesterday
South, that's
morning.
serious. Yeah, that's serious.
That's
Very.
serious.
We had
Have to
some,
put
we
on
had
a sock.
some, you put on socks.
Yes, I had to.
Wow. Hey, we had some cool days in Jamaica as well. We were 76, 78, 82. I think the highest I had while I was there was 83 or 84.
That's beautiful.
I
With
was wrong with you,
Yeah.
sunshine.
man. It was
That's
perfect.
that's
And the
lovely.
funny thing, yeah, man, I went to the beach, and me and Ralph was the only persons on the beach. People not going to the water. Cause them cold. At
Mhm.
70, 78 degrees, sun out and everything. And funny, the water was, in some sections, because you can feel the tide coming in and thing. So in
Mhm.
some sections, you felt a warmer tide, but then another section might feel a little chilly. But it was invigorating. All you have to do chuck off and just swim a lap
Aye.
and come back round and jump in 2 times, and you're
Same.
good.
Chuck
You
off.
know?
That's my thing. Mhm.
Yeah.
You know about that.
That's not good chuck off.
Um,
You know, the only place me chuck off is in my tub in my shower.
I not truck that. You,
In
you have
your
to do
bed.
you have to do
that right,
you have to do
Sherns?
a running you have to do a
You have to
running
do a
truck,
run,
man.
man.
You
Yeah.
stay out there and just run and just truck off.
Like how I used to run from up in the coffee grove and from that big rock. You
Mm-hmm.
just
Uh-huh.
chuck
Mm-hmm.
off, yes, a man.
Yeah,
I just
man.
Man, when you have flip and boy,
Well,
we
I
did
don't,
learn
I
so
don't
something.
swim, you see, so when they chuck off at me at night.
We did
Oh, Max, I thought of you a lot because the lizards in my
That's
yard,
that, run with it.
they are in abundance.
sure.
I guess
I'm,
with some of the trees gone,
Yes, they don't have
because
nowhere
I
to.
mean, yeah, me now
Mhm,
go say me know individual lizards, but like on the guinea tree and the ackee tree, them you see the green ones, and
mhm.
then like on certain other trees, you see the brown ones, and they were all intermingled. So me figure them looking for a home.
Yes, yes.
So
oh,
me
Lord.
think, me think about me just long I talk to them like, will be all right, will be fine.
Yes. Well,
God
Yeah.
let's
bless you.
fix the conversation off. But before we do that, I was saying good morning to Drea. She says, good morning, 2026 success, healing, and blessings all round to all. Wonderful.
Yes.
And she says, Sherns came down the runway.
Hmm.
And then co-producer is here and he is blessing up everybody. But when he saw Sherns, he said, rotted. Mhm. He says,
the
he
lady
says,
bouncing, man. What to
he
know?
says, who the new lady?
Oh God, it's the old new lady.
Right. And
It's
he said,
rejuvenated.
right. So Janet says, my 3 weeks was great because I spent it well with hubby. So Sherns, I know you're alone. Enjoy yourself. Hello.
Yeah, man. Cause me did
Mm.
upon honeymoon.
Aye.
Mm-mm.
On no matter go keep baby shower, preparing yourself. Anything can
Lord
happen.
Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus.
Let's
We
wait.
are.
Let's wait a few more weeks, and we'll see if something is happening.
All right, then. You
Okay.
just let us
I told
know.
nursing
Me
home
I
my word.
watch.
I told nursing home my word that the baby must go and born in a nursing home. Anyway, um,
Oh God. All right. Let us behave. Let us behave.
Oh,
Lord.
Jesus.
If I knew then what I know now.
So, co-producer says, well, good
I
morning, ladies.
cannot.
You look fresh and beautiful. Hey, Carol. Carol is from my neck of the woods in Penance. Greetings,
I
family. Happy New
cannot.
Year.
No, sir.
Jesus help me.
Uh,
Okay. So, welcome. Jacqui said, welcome. Drea says, young, fresh, black, and beautiful ladies. Ain't that something now?
Oh,
Oh
yes.
wow.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
in,
Marie's
Thank
in
in
the
you.
every
house.
shade.
Hey, Marie. Good morning and happy new year. Hey, Marie. Marie says, good morning, beautiful ladies and co-producer. Happy new year. I'm looking forward to listening today. Again, I'm happy you are back. Blessings. Okay. Marie gave me a look Sunday. Because,
Oh, she's
because
I wouldn't
she,
have no show.
we were supposed to have this show. But then where she saw me, she figured why it wasn't held.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With that,
Sherns,
Marie.
to go Jamaica. Lord, God.
Yeah.
And for the new year, we want to draw in a few more of you guys on the show, Marie.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Literally,
Yes.
to
So,
be
all
right
right.
next to us.
It's now time for us to kick off. Here's my intro. If I knew then what I know now, every now and then, life gives you one of those moments where you stop, look back, and just laugh or shake your head or whisper, Father God, thank you for growth.
Mm-hmm.
Truth be told, all of us, Jamaican, Caribbean, and international family alike, have lived through some decisions, some friendships, some hairstyles, some relationships, and some money choices that make us say, if I knew then what I know now, things would have
No.
different.
Yep.
Yeah.
This topic touches every generation, every island, every immigrant story, every family. It's the perfect blend of humor, honesty, and heart. The kind of conversation that makes you remember where you're coming from, appreciate where you are, and laugh at everything in between. So, this morning, we're getting into the lessons that shaped us, the mistakes that taught us, the memories that still make us smile, and the wisdom we wish we had earlier. Because whether you grew up in Jamaica, the wider Caribbean, or anywhere across the world, this one is for you. We invite you to like, share, subscribe, and say, boy, me glad me come over here this morning. And post your memories in the chat so we can post them and say, hey, like Marie's doing. My sister from Atlanta has subscribed. She may be on. She watched Thursday. Well, ain't that something? Thanks to your sissy. And Grace says, good morning, my sister Marie in the ATL watching. Thanks for sharing. So this is her. All right. So
Oh,
welcome.
okay. Good morning, sis.
Good.
Yes.
Morning.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes, man. So we always use the term, especially when something happen and it lick way away.
Mm-hmm.
And it's either you're in regret or you say, could I kick myself?
Aye.
That,
Mm-hmm.
because,
Good.
or you believe you're at a certain place in life and you did something. And then you say, at this stage and stage, you know, and when we do that, we are reminded that we are humans first.
Yeah.
So we have to go through
Absolutely.
the teething pains, the lessons, right? So if we were to say this is it's real, it's practical, and everybody experience pretty much. Now, if we start with money first, because a lot of us are in the money doldrums part of the thing, truth be told. And we go back to when we were little. So little or little, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So there was the lunch
Same
money, the
difference.
barrel money.
Mm-hmm.
We should have saved instead of spending on snacks and fashion
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that we're still doing today. As a matter of fact, it was who shared that it was someone at church was sharing that she can't go into a store and not come out with something. And because of that, she had some racked up, credit card bills, which
Mm.
she started to,
Accumulate.
she paid on the largest one first, and then she working her way back. So everybody
That's
else
a
has
nightmare. That's
yeah.
a nightmare right
Tell
there.
me about it.
Hmm.
It can be considered a mental disorder too.
Where you just
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
you help yourself.
Yeah.
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 Can't
You
help yourself.
remember that
Yeah, I think
home shopping network, HSN.
Yes.
And it's still a thing.
It is.
That got a lot of people in some deep
Mm-hmm.
financial
waters.
woes
Mm-hmm.
because they present the items so nicely
Hmm.
and they're modeling it, whether it's clothes or appliances or whatever. And
Jewelry,
some people
yes.
just sit there and watch it, and next thing you know, them buy the item, they don't need it, and they just keep buying and racking up. And next thing you know, them credit card balance gone out of whack.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yes. Yes. So
Yes.
a lot of
I can
people.
relate to that.
Hmm.
yeah,
So
When I say relate, I don't shop online like that for stuff. But I had some credit card issues in the past since I moved here to Georgia. So I had to do what you call a consolidation through a company. And
Right.
thank God today I'm debt free. I paid off every single one through the program. And I don't own a credit card right now. I don't own one. I've been off and I said, no, I rather swipe my debit and know something like I go on my bed and sleep at night. Because let me tell you
yeah.
something, people, listen to the sound of my voice. I had sleepless nights when I was doing the program. Sleepless nights during the program. I cried a lot because when you have these programs, they put you on a set payment for each month.
Yes.
And you
Right.
better come up with it or else you're gone, you fall right back. So you have to make the
Yes.
sacrifice
yeah,
to pay. And thank God today, 2026, I paid off every single one of the card. I got a certificate after the program was finished and I'm debt
Wonderful.
free. Thank
Yes.
you, Jesus, because it's nerve-wracking, ladies. It's very
Yeah. Yeah.
nerve-wracking.
And some of
Mm-hmm.
And I
those.
also recall if I knew then what I know now. When I lived in Jamaica and I was living in Kingston, working in Kingston, I lived from paycheck to paycheck. I never saved anything. We get paid this week, it's spent off, and when Friday come, we get paid again, it's spent off again. And that was how I lived. And I remember one day a friend of mine looked at me and said, he was working in the same company, and he said, you have a bank account? And I said, no, I never had a bank account. And he said, you need to open like a bank account and put a little something in them, and him follow me up to, I think it was halfway through across that opened an account at Citizens Bank. Never forget. And I opened a little bit of money. And every now and then I put a little money in it. And I got married and moved to Mandeville. And I never went back to the bank. And one day I went to Kingston and I said, let me go check to see what is happening with this account. And I said, I have no account there. Whatever little money I had in there went into
Mm-hmm.
fees and all of that. And the account was just closed, not without me even knowing. But
Mm-hmm.
now they say the older you get is the more you learn. And let me tell you something, I am a different Maxine when it comes to finance these days. Very different. I save money from my pay every single week now. Every week. Because I don't want to go back to where I was. No.
Mm-hmm.
So, experience
Yeah.
teaches wisdom, and trust me, I learn. And I'm full of wisdom now financially.
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
And
Good.
some of us are still recovering.
Mm.
yeah,
Yes, some
yeah.
of us still recovering. Because even Max mentioned about that consolidation, but some of them also run your credit. So if your credit not even
Yes.
on that, they're not taking you on.
Okay, I didn't even
You have
know
to
that
go
because when
figure
I
it
did
out.
mine back
Yeah,
then, they
they
were
just
happy
don't
to take
take
me
you
on.
like that. They just don't. And
Mm-hmm.
see, Carsey is here too. Hey, Carsey. Carsey can tell us about them stuff. Morning, Carsey. How are you? So yes, the money aspect of our lives, and that is something in terms of discipline about saving.
Yes.
We will say every
Mm-hmm.
month or every 2 weeks we're going to take out. Then something come up and we figure that
Mm-hmm.
we have to go
No,
take care of
still
this
do it.
something. So the saving not happen. It don't
Yeah.
happen.
But
And no
what I
matter
advise is that if you have a set amount, because I have a set amount that I put away weekly, and if what sometimes I miss too, depends on what's happening, as you mentioned, Lady D. But what I'd advise is if you have a set amount and you can't do the set amount, do something still, no matter how small, still
mm-hmm,
put away something, because you're
mm-hmm.
gonna really be happy and pat yourself on the back that you did.
Yeah, because some
Mm-hmm.
people, when we think of saving, a lot of people think that it has to be at a particular amount. But it can
Yes,
be $5, $10,
yes,
$15. It can be
yes.
Mm-hmm.
$2. No matter what it is, it's a saving. So that is
It adds up.
something. And we've had Donna here, we've had Carsi here when it comes on to investments and so on. Donna, then Carsa had done a show with us, two
Yeah.
segments, as a matter of fact, about
Mm-hmm.
acquiring property and what you need to do. So, but money challenge for a lot of people is a hard feat.
Yeah. Especially
Yes.
couples
Mm-hmm.
have to be careful too, because sometimes that's what divides them, finances.
Yes.
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, you have to be on the same page, because if one
Page,
is a
yes.
spendthrift, yeah, because you have some persons who are just flat out a spendthrift, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And if you're gonna, I know both sides, women and men, hide and bring in bags. Cause you make a promise. I'm not gonna go back. The department store is calling my name, but I'm not gonna go back. Or the shipping company is calling my name. And they hide and bring in the bag. But I used to have this guy at work. He used to ask me if me can keep bags for him in my office at the desk, under my
Oh,
desk. And me say why him had a shopping problem, and him couldn't make him wife, him couldn't carry it home when him buy them.
Oh my
So him would have
gosh, a
make,
guy.
yeah, him would have make me put them down. I mean, and I said me put them. I would just say, all right, put them. And he would just put them down, and then he would just carry them home whenever him know, whatever them schedule,
Yeah.
them now go get home the same time. And him,
mhm,
yeah, and I said, how long you plan to live that way?
mhm.
That's
Well,
not sustainable.
I have done a few stuff like that where I order stuff and that normally I get upset with me for ordering stuff or shopping, but it's me order stuff and it come on, it's not there and I'm happy. Come in the water mark, one other box there, where you order? Because I'm gonna get the question. But I'm a different max, when it comes to finance. I'm telling you, ladies.
Yes,
After
man.
what
You're
I've
the
gone
better
through, I've
for it.
learned my lesson.
Yeah, you're the
Yeah, I've
better
learned
for
my
it,
lesson.
Nancy. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So
I
yes,
never.
I thought we should kick off with that because, of course, with the new year now, and you have plans and so on, the plans
Right.
won't materialize with just two naked hands.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I've
Right.
always been a
Yeah.
saver from I was a child because I grew up seeing my grandmother saving, and she run the partner and all of that. So I grew up seeing that. I had a bank account from I was in grade 2.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
that's when the Jamaica National used to come to the school every Tuesday, and you would bring $2 and put in the account at school. And it was just a few years ago that I changed that account. It was still existing from I was in grade 2.
Wow.
So I've
Awesome.
always been a saver, and I can sacrifice not buying something, not buying a pair of shoes. I have shoes, I have stuff, but I can sacrifice
Yes.
and save. I'm like that.
That's to be admired, because some persons are, as they would say, you are made of sterner stuff. Because you have
Right.
some persons who it's just a weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weakness. I can go with having, and I can go with not having.
Me
You just
too.
have to be smart in how you shop. I remember when I came here first, you don't have no clothes compatible to the weather here.
Right.
And I came in the fall, and to start school. Well, I had to finish up school and thing. You had to just buy some basic colors that you can mix and match.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that you,
Yes.
you can look fresh. You can use
But
accessories.
hey, but
You
sure,
can,
that's what I
yeah,
do, People will see me and think, oh, Lady D closet. Really?
yeah,
My Auntie taught me how to mix up clothes.
yeah, and
Yes.
Yeah.
accessorize. You put a little
Accessorize,
scarf
of
with
course.
something. Then
You know how
bother
much
with the next week.
time?
Yeah,
You know how much time? Sure, the same skirt and the same frock we go to church and people don't realize.
There you
yeah.
go.
But
Yes,
look
Or me
yes.
here.
put onto it, or me turn the pants into a blouse.
Right?
Or me,
Yeah, we know, we know,
You know,
we know how you do.
we know you have done that, Jack.
In high school, we had a teacher, Miss Hemans. Miss Hemans had two skirts. And as girls, we used to watch her. She had two skirts. She had a black one, she had a navy blue one. And she was not from Jamaica. I forgot where she was from. She was black, but she was not Jamaican. I'm not sure I forget now where she was from. But she had to live on her own and all that stuff. And whatever the salary was, or whatever she had, whatever plans or however she did her money, that woman just kept the two skirts. She wore them two skirts for years.
Mm-hmm.
To the point
exactly.
where sometimes we would say, but she was very skilled at changing the top and doing other things. She wasn't like, but we knew because sometimes she would have get like a as
Picking
girls,
fast.
sometimes you get very mischievous. Sometimes some of the girls would put like chalk mark on
Oh
all of the skirt.
Lord.
And if it come
That's
back
so
and
wicked.
you can't kind of see the chalk mark, you say, yeah man. And the same
I
skirt.
say one.
I see him one.
Wrong.
Yeah. But she was very good at fixing up a top, and it's the same basic
Oh,
color, basic color. Yeah. So it's just and here coming here. I remember also when I came and I would hear a particular department store saying, 1 day sale, whatever percent off. And I was at to my mother, oh my God, I have to get this. It's 1 day, it's only 1 day. I remember that said to me, said, no, next week gonna be another 1 day sale.
exactly.
Don't worry yourself.
Next day.
You don't catch this one, you catch the one
Yes.
next
That's
week.
my
The
next
next
one.
one.
And she said, you're sure? And she said,
Absolutely.
believe me. She said, wait till next. You can't see them about a 1 day sale. So you get used to it after a while. You realize it's just, it's just a ploy to get your
Yes.
money, just get you in the
Right.
grip
Yes.
of just buying. And then you turn around and you can't wear but so many things at a time.
Mhm.
Oh,
Not only
that's the
that, you can only
thing.
wear certain clothes in certain weather. I remember when I came here, when I just came here, I was working with some Jewish family. And this is early September, late August, early September. And the Sunday morning, I'm coming down from Yonkers on the bus. I had on shorts and sandals and the bag and sleeveless. And before the bus got into the Bronx, rain start fall. And when I got off the bus, a piece of cold take me. I was shivering and shaking. The
Yeah.
rain falling there, but open foot and
Yes.
sliding at the shoes because it's wet. With cold because me have on shorts and me have to stand up at the bus stop to wait for the next bus to take me down to Boston Road. I suffered that morning. If I
Yeah.
knew then what I know now, I would have had a sweater.
You do.
But as
But
far as I'm
one
concerned,
thing,
outside,
one
Yes.
thing my mother had taught me, she said, don't plan. I used to say, all right, I'm planning my outfits. This is for the next day, this is for Monday. She said, you can't do that. The weather fluctuates. So she said, listen to the weather forecast before you plan your wardrobe. You have to change accordingly. You may have your nice sleeveless, and because yesterday was warm, you said tomorrow, but you might have a drop in temperature and it not gonna cut it.
No,
So
no.
you
no,
have to listen to the weather in
no.
order
Mm-hmm.
to know what to
I
wear.
agree. So here, co-producer now. If I knew then what I know now, we would have buy 6 goats, 1 bull cow, 1 she cow, couple chickens, and 10 a me yard.
Listen, co-producer,
You,
I
you,
100% agree with you.
you left me what to do and clean and stuff for car.
I wouldn't give up on
Big body cleaning stuff.
I wouldn't give up on the chicken them if I knew then what I know now.
No.
Because me I have a chicken farm, a yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
God bless the
understand?
farmer. Farming not going nowhere. Farming is here to stay.
So
Here
Right
to
yeah,
now,
people have
stay.
to eat. People have to eat.
farmers rule. Yeah, farmers rule now because food you always need. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
sometimes when we make decisions, because even the very term, if I knew then what I knew, not what I know now, it's a wide cross section of things that it affects.
Yes,
It could be your
absolutely.
relationship, it could be a career choice,
Yes.
whether you want to relocate, whether it's a friendship that if had I known I would not have, that type of thing.
Right.
But yeah, but sometimes they say hindsight is 2020, and when you don't mess up and pass and go on and look back, you say, man, if I didn't know,
Yeah.
me
Oh,
would they do such and such. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
but
Yes.
thank God for second chances and start overs and the lessons that we learn. We may not have gone straight towards the thing, but God was in His mercy make we end up with it anyway. Although we
Anyway,
have to go
Yes.
around the bend and
yeah.
buck which one come round and
and
all
come
that.
back.
So I know we can all relate. It could be also, you probably put up somebody and you say, look here, it's only for a month or two. And I was reading an article where a couple They were probably around early 60s thereabouts, and a man knocked on their door one Saturday morning. They were having breakfast, and the man had nowhere to go, and he was a little transient looking fellow here in the States actually, and he asked them, if they could come in and eat something, and when they finished eating, and they said, "We're gonna go." He had nowhere to go, and they said, "Okay, fine." He could stay the night, the day till the next year, whatever. And that man lived with them for 45 years until he
What?
died. He never left.
I have that personal story. I have that personal story when I lived in Jamaica. I went to work
Never.
one morning, and there was a young lady who was on the youth service program. It wasn't called youth service then, but where you finish school and they place you in a job and they pay you a little money. Because I did it years before that. But I went to work and she was at work and she was crying. And I said to her, "What's wrong?" And she started telling me. She said, "Oh, I went home." She was living with her cousin at the time in Kingston. And she had gone home for the weekend because she was from Clarendon. She went home for the weekend and came back. And when she came back, her bag was packed and put to the side of the door. The cousin
Wow.
kicked her out just because they wanted her to stay to watch her kids. And because she never stay and watch the kids, she kicked her
Mm-hmm.
out because she went home to see her mother. So I said to her, "Okay, you can come and stay with me," not knowing. And she stayed, live with me until I got married and moved out of Kingston.
Maybe the glasses.
Oh
The only
wow.
reason why she left because I got married and I moved out of Kingston, so she had to find her own place. But
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah. Some people.
And I
Some
never charged her
people.
$1 for rent. I said you can contribute to food because her pay wasn't much. Not that mine was a lot, but I said you can contribute to food and one of the light bill. But I didn't ask her for $1 for rent. I paid my rent on my home.
Yeah. Girl, let me tell you, that is
That things happen.
For you,
some.
Maxie, the Lord has been blessing you.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
he is. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
know what? People will say that to you, that don't worry about anything, stay with me or something like that. And then in the end,
It changes.
it's not so.
Yes,
Yeah.
things go
So
sour.
you also
Things
have
go
to be
sour.
careful and thankful that you treated her that way.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when we think about if I knew then what I know now, a lot of persons are grappling about sour relationships,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and the lessons learned from that. Some people have stayed in relationship too long, and
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
they stay in it because
And it's
maybe
the
of
wasted
pride.
time when you think about it. When you're out of it, and you think like myself, when I'm out of it, and I think about it, I said, all those years that I spent, it was wasted time. Because
Wasted
if
Yeah.
it's
time.
going to
Yes.
turn out like
Because
that
they had
after
moved on.
a certain amount of years,
Yeah.
that was
Mm-hmm.
wasted time.
Yeah. And
Because
you
we
know
would then
what?
go
And
out
that
and
go
go
ahead,
find
Jackie. Finish.
somebody who will love me forever, and me and them, build together and all of
Yeah.
that. I could have
Yeah.
used that time to do that.
For
Yeah.
that,
But
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
That is why I tell young people, particularly young.
Co-producer, would you like to say what you? And please don't find a hootie pick.
say what?
I love to
Please
read that
what?
expression.
Jackie, and please don't find a hootie pick.
Yes.
Oh God!
No. No.
Well, I cannot think so. I stay by myself so long.
Yeah. But that
Go
is
ahead,
why
Sherns.
I tell young ladies in particular when I'm talking to them, like if they, if they're not if they're not what people do these days. Back in my days are courting. Cause if somebody come to you and them have any intention of courting, but them people them just say we have a situationship and all them foolishness there. And next thing you know,
Yes. The
and
situation goes
yeah,
south.
yeah, and you waste all those years, and
Yes.
your body was bodying and things was going on, and you waste your good looks and your time. Sit down there, wait for somebody if you say, well, okay. That is why I may not be the most romantic person, but when guys propose to young ladies, young men then propose to young ladies, One of my nieces just got engaged, and it was a beautiful proposal. I'm going to share it with you, ladies, in the chat. And I appreciated the whole thing about that. But when a young
Okay.
lady is proposed to, and she's just over the moon crying and oh and I'm like, there, wait, are you one for glad enough for glad for you though? Make I
Mhm.
just you wanna glad and overjoyed, so same pop the question.
Mhm.
Because if you want me hanging, I ain't popping no question. See you later. How what am I doing with you?
Yes.
You have some people sit down
Yes.
there with one question for pop, and I wonder should they do the popping and all that. And I'm like, why should you be
No,
over the
sir.
moon? We should be once you see me, you think so well, then I am the cat's pajamas. Or me and you have something in common. My thing is, it's not gonna happen overnight, but work towards, life
That.
them now.
Yes.
It
Mhm.
would be all
Mm-hmm.
of a sudden you're gonna tell me, oh, yes, you will tell me you're the moon and you're the milk in my coffee and all that. I can go with all that. But why you the woman not just appear, just a cry and a go on the most way? Oh, he chose me. They want to you. You're not coming valuable as well?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Is it me?
Yes, it's on both sides. Yes.
Sometimes you have some
It's
women sit there and waste themselves. You know, back in the day, we never had the term red flags. I'm sure it
Right.
existed, but we never put it towards anything.
Mhm.
But you sit there in a situationship and whatever. That's not going anywhere. I saw recently where a couple, their children who are now adults, had to force them to get married. Them say,
Yeah.
Mama, you and Papa can't big boyfriend and girlfriend. The children are over
Oh Lord.
40.
Yes.
yes.
And one of them,
Wait, question, another
one of
question. A question,
uh-huh.
Sherns. You have people who will also say that if they knew then, what they know now, they wouldn't have gotten married. They would have just stayed
Yeah,
unmarried.
well, that's the other
Yes.
side of the coin. We
That's
can't look
happened
at
too.
it
Yes,
in
that's happened
another
too.
aspect.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying,
Mhm.
yeah, that's the other coin, the other
Some
side of the coin if
people,
you flip it.
Because bearing in mind, that's just the one person you had that experience with. There are
Right.
Right.
hey, you meet somebody else that wouldn't be maybe necessarily the same
Right.
situation.
Yeah, and that comes
Yes.
also to taking advice. Many of us have been given advice that we didn't take.
Yes.
We
right.
Yes.
couldn't see the
Yes,
forest for the trees. And when they say, okay, I would suggest, and sometimes it's coming from somebody that we respect, somebody whose opinion we value. And because
Mhm.
it's not
Mm-hmm.
lined up, or it's not what you want to hear,
Yes.
my husband have a way if he say, go on and listen to me, I go back up in a stone wall. We don't listen. I go back up in a stone wall around there,
And
sir.
he's right.
Stonewall. Yes.
And he's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's
so sometimes it's
Yes.
not it's
yes.
not taking advice. Sometimes that's why even in school and you have advisors, you may not know what career path you want to go in.
Mm-hmm.
But because I remember
Yes.
one teacher had, she literally spoke in my daughter's life. My daughter was no more than, I would say, 9 or 10. And my daughter always, to this day, I can pull out the paper she wrote about what she want to be. And she said she want to be a model or a teacher, one or the other. But she was in this woman's class, and she said, she said, I see you have the makings, you have what it takes to be a teacher. And my daughter was in an after school program that she ran. And she said to me, she sat us both down one evening. I went to pick her up, and she said she has what it takes to be a math teacher. She said, if you become a teacher, she said, there's a lot of things you can be. And
Mm-hmm.
mind you, this is from she was about 9, 10. She said, if you're
Yeah.
going to be any teacher at all, if you follow, she said, I think that's what your career path should be. But she said, if you go that route, if you take my advice and go that route, she said, don't just be any teacher, teach
That's
math.
right.
Because math teachers
Specialize.
she
Mm-hmm.
said, math teachers are always in demand. You get a higher salary. And she was listing everything. And my daughter took it to heart. And she's a math teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Very
what I
good.
mean?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Follow
Yeah.
your dream.
Because
Yeah.
in this
And
whole
I can't tell you how much demand is on her. She will
mm-hmm.
even leave a school and in another school, and they still call her to teach. and to do offline stuff because of the fact that my
Yes,
teachers are almost a rarity.
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah.
Particularly not because she's my child, particular one of her caliber, and me not she not get it from me. That a straight her father she get all that from.
Wonderful.
She
So
can't
you
just
see,
decipher stuff quick figures bang bang. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's career advice that we also didn't take at the
yes,
time.
yes,
You
and it's
know?
Yeah.
important
Yes.
too because um, when we start beating up ourselves, it's because we didn't know the importance of self-love. We didn't know boundaries.
Yes.
We didn't know
Yeah.
about not
Absolutely.
settling.
Yes.
Because if you go to somebody and say, "Hey, I'm dating this person," and here are the things that I am observing.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are not objective, so they may want to
Mm-hmm.
encourage you to either
Mm-hmm.
overlook or see how you can manage or work with
Yes.
it.
Yeah,
So
How
on
they
account
manage
of
failure.
the fact that this person belonged to a particular family, and
yeah,
the family may
that
have been
too.
known to be
Or
Yes.
a
above board.
particular church.
Yeah,
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 that
And you
too.
know what? I want to mention something here because it affects all of us here as ladies and ladies listening to the sound of my voice. Because relationship, money, and all these things. But think about heels. I have it here in my notes. I wrote down heels. When we were young, we wore heels. I remember walking from my job to crossroad in heels constantly every day. I wear the shoes that bun me. Me still a walking like heels, you know. Me I talk about 3-inch heel and 2-inch
mm-hmm,
heels.
mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
now was but if I knew then what I know now, I would never have walked in those ease in those long distances to bus
Yes,
stop. Because that's why when I drive car, we have to take bus, but we have to look
well, that
nice
is
and I was stuck
true.
in heels.
Mm, yeah,
And it
my
comes to aunt us
Till
now
the
as
piking
seniors
eat
and
down. I walk on
as
nail.
older women, it comes to aunt us now because now you have bunion and you have arthritis, all kind of stuff wrong with your foot.
but guess
Now,
what?
when we go to events now, we take a flat with us in
Yes,
our bag and we wear our heels. Back then,
that is
we
true.
weren't thinking flat. We just think so we have to look hot and look nice. So we
That
gone
is
in our
Well,
true
heels and
because
it's
listen.
not.
we used to walk to the
Well,
bus
And
listen.
I,
stop with heels, and as
Yeah.
Jackie said, you wear the shoes till it start fall because the tip gone
Yes,
and
it
all of
tip
that.
gone.
Yeah, the
I
tip gone,
walk
but
on
still
nail.
shoe. But it's interesting
yes.
how some of us, because my feet, I think I have nice feet, but for the walking that we used to do, walk to the bus
Mm-hmm.
stop. When you take the bus, if you're not getting a seat, because seat was a rarity, if you're
That's
not
another thing. You have to stand up.
right, so you have to stand up, and then when you get off, you have to walk to the job. Then you walk
Yes.
all day. Then you go back a bus stop to go home, and you repeat the cycle. I don't know how some people foot now look really, really
But funny,
No, but
hard.
you know what?
think
As
of
as a lover of heels, because I aspired to wear heels very early in
Me
my
too.
life.
Me love heels bad.
Because I used
Me
to see
too.
my mother wear her heels and stuff, and I was like, that is me right there. You know,
Mhm.
I remember I started wearing my mother cast off shoes them from me was about 10, 12. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Because I wanted to wear heels so bad. So I think that some things are to be done in your youth. You
Yes.
know,
Right.
given our
hmm
age and stage, no, because me still a go on with a 3 inch. Me not fool. Me
Me
still a
too.
go
I
on
can
with my
recognize
No,
three
you.
inch.
Sam, me not do nothing over two.
No, but you know what I do? Depending on if I'm going somewhere where I'm gonna be sitting, I will go on a me
Right.
3 inch. If me know say me have to go do a certain amount, I like already MC and host and she's walking back and forth on stage and so we have to go down to a kitten heel, you know.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Go
Yes.
Yeah.
down to a little kitten heel where you know say it's still stylish, but it's about a 2 inch or two and a
Right.
half.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
have
Yes.
to
You
let
can
good sense
manage it.
prevail.
or a wedge
Yeah,
or
man.
something, wedge with a wedge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
Depending.
and
right.
I
No,
mean
I
But
I
I
I,
nowadays,
I
modeled.
opt for
I
wedge
used to
these
model.
days
I
because the
modeled
wedge.
for 16 years. I was
Yes.
modeling. And what happened with me, I had a bag of shoes separate that I'd use for modeling because if you're using any modeling shoes that you're using, it's never going to be steady.
Mhm.
Because
No.
so you can't wear it
mm,
out. Because if you put that shoes down right here, it's gonna fall over.
Mm.
so why they
Just
make it
from
like that?
from that experience because of the turning. Because if you
Okay.
turn and
Oh,
especially one is going to be more unsteady than the other. Because when you turn, the weight of your turn is going to be mostly on one heel, depending
One.
on
Oh,
right. So
Okay.
those
okay.
shoes are never going to be steady shoes. You can't wear them out because they might have a lean. They might look like you're standing up lean and all that. So it's never advised when we were doing modeling for you to wear those shoes out. And we
Yeah.
might
Regularly.
have done it because we could manage to straighten them out. We stand up and we know how to stand up so it doesn't look anyway. But I used to have a bag that I would just grab and go, and I use them only on fashion shows when I used to do fashion shows.
Well, anywhere I go now for any event, no matter how posh the event is, my little bag I go with my flats. So what I do
Yes.
now, I buy
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
nice flats,
yeah.
dressy looking because the heels are me not agree anymore. Knee
Well,
can't
so
I,
manage it.
what I do, I don't own a lot of flats. I don't. But what I do, like for you, Max, what I do is I buy. They have specific kind of flats that they fold. They're made to slip on
Oh
when
yeah.
you take
And
your heels
yes,
off. And then for us who
right. I
carry them,
know
you
them.
carry them, yeah, like you carry that little evening bag, they can't fit much. So you can fold them
Right.
and you put
Mm-hmm.
them in your
Put them in
evening
there.
bag or in your husband jacket pocket, whichever comes easier.
Even
Mm-hmm.
though I was in my bag instead.
Yeah. Yeah, but you just have to make common sense prevail. Something you can't do when you're younger.
Yes.
You can,
Yes.
now is not the time. Like sometimes I see women
Yeah,
wearing like
I
fashion.
do have photos on the catwalk.
So while you're finding that, Jackie, so to our audience, if you're just joining us, our topic is If I Knew Then What I Know Now. And we would like you to post if you knew then what you know now here. So we can, elaborate some
We can
specifics
all benefit from
from
it.
it. There you go.
Yes.
But Eval
And
says,
another point, and
oh, one moment.
another subtopic to the
Hold
topic
on, Matthew.
is
Hold on one
okay.
second. Hold on. Let's go 1 minute. So Eval says,
We have
how
to go
does
to the show.
infatuation and ignorance contribute to not knowing what you should have known before you make a decision? So we can think about
Good
that.
question.
Also, Andrea says, do you remember McLeod and her heels?
Who's that?
Who's
Jackie,
my
that's
cloud?
Andrea, that's for me. I'm trying to recall. Yes, a photo on the catwalk. Okay. Yeah, Jackie having conversation right here. Good evening. Hey,
If I find
Paula.
something, I'll
Paula said,
share.
Lord, it's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
The topic is wide.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, because like I said, it can cover a lot of
A lot of
different
areas.
different areas in your life. In life, just in life in general, that we can
Yes.
all relate to because we have all been there in some way, shape, or form.
And
One,
speaking
yes.
of that, we talk about so we talk about money. We talk about, shoes. We talk but
Relationship.
relationship. But when you think also about family and parenting, now the things we wish we listened to when our parents warned us are
Mm-hmm.
understanding now why our parents were strict, especially about friends
Mhm.
and curfews, or the
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
realization that childhood was the easiest time of life, or
Yeah.
Yes.
parenting today versus parenting back in the day. I think we did a show like that already.
Yes, we did.
But it is true because I just saw yesterday, I think it was Eval who posted it in one of our family groups, where a young lady was saying, hey, we as young people may think we know it all, but we really should listen to our parents because they have lived and have had
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
so when they
Yes.
say, be careful or don't go a particular place or so on, and we know not many people kind of elaborate. Growing up, them just tell you if you ever do so and so, they may not explain to you why.
Why? Yes.
They
Right?
usually don't.
They usually don't. So you may go in search of the why and find yourself in problems. But hard years have really knocked a lot of us. And
Mhm.
so if we look back now and say, well, why when mama did say so and so, or auntie or cousin or
Oh
Mhm.
grandma,
wow.
what
Go there,
happened?
Jacks.
Oh, that.
So Jackie,
Nice.
you should
Look
post
on
that.
the
Eh?
waistline.
Send it in the WhatsApp and give me. Drop it in the WhatsApp.
Listen,
Oh, I wish I give me the little other height there.
Wow.
this is
Nice,
just
beautiful.
a few.
A few. Yeah. So thank you, Jax. So this topic really, and it has caused a lot of people to get stuck because
Mhm.
Yes.
they've not given themselves grace. They have not blah blah.
My.
Wow. Tell me about it.
Jackie,
Look at the
would you like
muscle
to
Popcorn and the
tone.
middle
testify?
lion.
That time I had a six pack and couldn't appreciate it. So if I knew then what I know now, girl,
No, now
when I
Listen,
had
I'm telling you.
listen.
when I had that six pack, I felt like I said, "Oh my gosh, me look like a man with these things, these muscles in my belly."
Right.
You don't know they call them guns, Guns. Everybody
Listen,
want
listen.
guns.
All these years, me I try to get back those guns and can't get them back.
Let me tell you.
I'm
Let,
glad
let's
I'm glad you showed those photos, Jackie, because believe it or not, that's one of my subtopic here. I wrote down diet or eating habit because when you're young, you put every and anything in your mouth and you don't think about waistline for the most part or worry about being
no,
fat because you're young and
no,
you're
you don't.
active. So you don't hold you're not holding fat to your body. Back then, I could be
Mm-mm.
telling Mr. Ice Cream lover, and I would just eat ice cream, eat everything, anything. No, I can't. No, I have to watch and weigh and measure
Yes.
because
Right.
back
Let
then,
me tell you. Nobody ate burgers and milkshake more than this girl you saw. You understand?
Oh my God.
I was 110 pounds for many years. No matter
Mm-mm.
what I did,
You
I
couldn't go
was
in a bikini like this
l-
with with
hello.
the diet.
Hey. Yes.
That's a calendar right there, That's
life,
a
Right
pin up,
there. Yes, please.
No ramp with Jackie.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And
looks,
this is one of my best friends from Montego Bay who did this photo shoot for me, Michael Chen. Michael
Oh,
Yeah, I
Chen.
know. Yes,
no, I've
yes, I
heard
know of
about him.
Michael Chen.
He
I've
was
heard
also
His
about
a
him,
work
yeah.
is
magician.
outstanding. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
Michael
Michael
Chen's
Chen. That's
work is
my one of my best
outstanding.
friends in
Oh,
Montego Bay.
yeah.
oh, never mind. Me talk to you about that off the air. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So when we, I mean, it's funny. We were at a particular beach on Thursday, and I was taking some pictures. I wrote the year in the sand because, like me said, me and my husband was the only person on the beach. So I wrote
Mm-hmm.
2026 in the sand, and I started posing and taking pics and thing. And then me remember oh my goodness, I was a teenager. I may have been 18, I think, at the time, or 17. And we were at the same beach. And I took some pics, same place that I still have. I mean, I say, "Mom, me never have no belly. Me never have a suck in my gut. I'm taking picture now. And me have to say, hold on, me suck in my gut. And then take it, let me breathe first. Back in them days, you just pause, you just pause.
Pause and
Right.
you feel away.
If a new tip,
Listen to
yes.
me.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and then you have the nerve. You have the nerve to want to gain a little. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Me used to
yes,
Yes.
want to
yes.
gain a little. I remember they had the only place Burger King was in Ochi. And me and
Mm-hmm.
Rob
Right
used to
across from where I used to
drive.
work.
We used to drive from Mobile go Ochi if you go Burger King.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes. Like we would
If
have
I
make
knew
it
then
like a
what I
little
know
outing.
now, I would have
Not
walked
true.
across the Burger King a little bit more often. Cause probably me and you then become friends for a long time.
Long time. Look how long it take if you come meet up and thing. You see what me I say? We used to just go
I
watch here.
worked right across
We
the
are get them
street.
things there. Oh my God. But
Oh
So
my
anyway,
Richard
goodness.
says, so pause a moment. Let's hop on over to our guests. Richard says, "Hey Richard, if I knew then what I know now, I would find a way to make it right."
that says a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the
Mhm.
line from
Yes.
a song.
Oh wow,
Yes.
yeah.
Janet says, remember, everyone, please remember to touch the like button. Thank you, Jan.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes. Let's see what else we have here. He says, if me did know how we come last, if me did know, me not sure to interpret that one.
Well, how do we advise Richard to fix so that he knows what he should have known? How do we go from there?
So, co-producer is here. Would you like to post that, sir, so we can, please? You want to do it from your laptop? to the right of me. But
who works across the street? Eval?
No.
Motorists, yeah.
Yeah.
From Burger King.
He worked across from Burger King in Ocherius.
In Ocherius?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Where? I worked at the tourist board, which was across the street.
Oh,
yeah. He was at where, please?
Newland Street, Victoria Newton.
He was at VM. What street?
Newland Street.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Even closer to Burger King than.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
But Eva, she wouldn't recognize you now, car probably them time you was sporting an afro.
That's why I did have air.
Right. Yeah.
No, it's just a wide circle, man.
Yes.
Okay. There's one thing another thing that I have on my notes that I want to point out.
Wow.
This song, Sammy plant peace of corn down a gully. Is it peace of corn or peas and corn? If I knew then what I know now.
I think a peas and corn.
But from where the way I sing and I said Sammy plant peace of corn.
I know
a piece of corn. And a piece of corn.
No, sir.
It's supposed to be peas and corn.
Yeah.
But we sing it and we say
then again, you have people who, if you plant a plot of corn, them say you plant a piece of corn. Like I think it would have mean it's a field of corn, but you just say a film key and piece. Growing up, I would hear people say a film key and piece over my father key and piece. I feel we yam piece. I feel we corn piece. So maybe, it could be either way, you're not wrong. If you say peas and corn, you're not wrong. You say piece of corn, you're not wrong. Because I grew up in the farming community where people that say, I feel me piece over there, so I feel your piece over there, so I feel me piece, I can't piece, so it could be either one.
I grew up with that too.
It could be
but recently as an adult, I learned that it's that here's the people say, it's not peas of corn, it's peas and corn. So
but they also still say piece of corn. So I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
speaking of piece of corn, went to KFC and I asked for corn. And the girl say, what kind of corn you want? Me say, no corn, that's all what kind of corn you can have. So she say, you want the full or you want piece? Me say, send just piece? She say, yes.
Okay.
So if you not afford the whole corn, you buy a piece, you can't tell them pick your piece. But if you just say corn, then we just want to give the whole corn, which is a different cost.
Corn.
Okay. So it's one of those.
So as we are here now and we're talking about if I knew then, is anybody, I don't know, I can throw it out there because for health issues, some people, because they didn't take enough rest, they don't drink water. They don't take care of their mental health. They were just doing a lot of things, and people may have said you need to slow down and things like that. You're battling certain things. People like those tend to be beating themselves because either they smoked too much, drink too much, party too much, didn't get no rest. A lot of things.
One of my girlfriends from way back, she told me one day, if she knew then what she knows now, she wouldn't do like me. Because we used to go out. Sometimes we finish a show or something like that. Wherever we go and do the show, we're entitled to a drink.
Okay.
At the bar. We can order anything that we want. But she would say to me, look what Jacqui go and order. Water.
That's right.
But I order a drink. But one of the first things I ask for is water. We always ask for water because we always drink water. And I showed her what water could do for her. And she was entering a pageant. And she had, like uneven skin tone, and she had like some like craters. I call them craters, some deep holes
I've
and stuff
seen
in her
people
face.
with craters in
I
them
said,
face. I'm a wonder where
drink
them
every
all they
night
come.
before you go to your bed. Drink off this bottle of water. It wasn't this, but something like that. I said, just drink the water. Just drink the water, but the last thing before you go to your bed. And the first thing that when you wake up, drink the water. And by the end of the week, her face was looking completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Water is
Just by
very,
doing that.
very important. Yeah.
And
Of course.
I think that was
Hydration.
if I knew then what I know now moment.
Yeah. But at
And
least
drinking some coffee or
took your
some milk or
advice.
some tea is not the same.
No, definitely not.
It's not the same.
No.
Another, if I knew then what I know now is has to do with relationship, like family relationship, not
Yes.
Yeah.
not outside the relationship. Sometimes a simple apology would have saved someone a lifetime of
That's true.
hurt and healing
Right.
and having to heal. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And sometimes the person who was wrong and strong realized they were that, but them still decide to not apologize. And so in some families it causes rifts.
Yes.
Or
It
Yeah.
just
causes
our
a big
friendships on a
rift.
whole.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and sometimes it does not get resolved until the second and third generation.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
know a family right now
True.
that one sister said something about another sister that was entirely not true, and it stigmatized that other sister her entire life.
Oh.
And then they both had children. They both have children. Everybody's alive. They both have children who are now adults and thing. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's now their children are having children and are asking questions about certain choices that had
Right?
been made way back. And it's just now it's coming to light that their mother, in essence, had lied on her sister to her daughters. And then those children had now passed it on because they thought it was true. And so they
Oh Lord.
ostracized. So now you have two sisters with two sets of children who should have been close, but because they
Uh-huh.
were ostracized,
No,
yeah,
they're
and
not.
but thankfully now they're in a pattern of healing because now the truth has come
Okay. To
come
light.
Come
come
out.
come to light, yes. And now they can move on. But it has been years and
Oh.
years because it just kept going around like that. So sometimes a
Right.
person would have just speak the truth, or and sometimes it's just an apology they need to make. And
Yes.
some people are just stubborn and don't want to make the apology.
Prideful.
And
Yes.
it does not have to be the children. Sometimes the parents need to apologize.
That is true.
So,
They need to
Yes.
apologize
But
for choices they made that are affecting your life in a negative way.
Mm-hmm.
And it just left to fester, and you harbor all kind
and
of
get
ill
worse.
will for
Yes.
many years, and it's not good. You talk about generational curses and all them things. Sometimes some things are falling on people, and you wonder why this family are battles or why this is happening. It's from way back.
Way back.
It's
Yes.
from
And
way
it
Yeah,
back.
well, you know what?
and it
I'm
just
having a
takes a simple. It just takes a simple
Yes,
approach.
yes,
But
yes,
sometimes if they are
simple approach.
prideful,
But sometimes even though
if they are prideful,
oh yeah,
hard-headed,
Yes.
They
Yes.
will refuse to do it, and it stays there and linger and linger. And you and I know that by the time it gets to the third generation or so, it is lost in interpretation, in
Yes.
translation, right?
They can't even
Yeah,
explain it
it's gonna
anymore. Yeah.
take a lot of unraveling. Even if
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, it's gonna take a lot of unraveling, and that affects a wide cross section of persons. And ultimately that sometimes shape your life, it shape the choices you make. And so, it's only when you are way far into it, you say, oh, if I had known
Yes.
that
Mm.
that's how
Well,
it really
I'm
went.
having if I had known right now, that's really bugging me. And this week I was asked a question by my new doctor, and I felt it to the core when the question was posed. And I've said this before on this show that I don't know. I never met my father. Never
Mm-hmm.
asked any question of my mother. Never asked any question of any adult in my family. Never have ever. And right now, I only have one living aunt that I probably could ask. She's my only living aunt, and she's the only person who probably could be able to tell me anything about regarding my father. And when I look back, I said, if I knew then what I know now, because one of the things is when I was a child growing up, I wouldn't dare approach my mother and my parents, my grandmother, because they were my parents, to
Mm-hmm.
ask that question. I never saw it fit. I saw it as rude, even though I
Right.
wanted to and I didn't, and now it's too late. But this week I started with a new doctor because I have a new insurance. And they have to go through the documentation of
Mm-hmm.
issues that you probably with your family, if they had
Right.
high blood pressure, blah blah blah. So they asked about my mother. I said yes, she died of a stroke. And the doctor looked at me and said, "What about your father?" And I had to say, "Well, I don't know. I've never met a dad." And when I left that doctor's office, it swinged my mind for the rest of the afternoon
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm.
I still never saw or met my father or know of anything about him.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't, again, because my mother is already deceased, so I can't go back to say, Mom, what
Right.
was who is this man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, it's really and truly when situations like these are right, we should really deal with it right away. Because if
Yes.
we don't, when it's passed on gone, it comes to haunt
Mm-hmm.
us, like it's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
haunting me now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
But
my
Max,
fault,
I
but
think
then I can't
I
do
think
anything
you should
about it
ask
either.
your aunt, though, Max. I think you should
Yeah.
ask your aunt. I think it will do you a world of good. If she said, well, she don't know, well, she's your
Yes.
last straw. She had the last one.
Right.
If she said,
Mm-hmm.
well, I don't know, it was just whatever. I have known other persons to
Right.
be in the same position, and it had to be the siblings of the person's mother who said, yeah, man, she had a boyfriend who used to sell insurance and him
Right.
passed through every other month and
Yeah.
thing, and him and him did marry, so they never want talk, and you have some sister around the so and not tell them me tell you, but because
Mm-hmm.
it's good for you,
Right.
it's for your psyche. It can give you, I
Yes.
think you should ask your aunt.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because her and I have a good relationship, and she's somebody I can talk to.
Yeah,
So
just,
yeah.
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 But I'm sure it's sharp.
Eval say Sherns. Eval say he thinks you should open a mother Sherden shop.
No, sir.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. All right. That will be part of my retirement package. I will put out a table at the sidewalk.
Yes, and put up a sign at your gate.
Put up a sign at the gate. I say, here he, here he. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But
Yeah.
I think you should do that just to put things to
Yeah.
rest. You know,
Yeah.
but a
Yes,
lot
I
of
need to.
things fester, and we don't know sometimes, and not sometimes, yeah, most time we don't know we are carrying it around as a weight. It's subconscious.
Yes,
It's in our
yes, true.
subconscious, and we bury it. We think we bury it, and we
Yes.
say,
And
no,
it's
man,
And
we
we think
there.
we
can't go
can
on
handle
and
it. We
see.
think we can handle it, and we can't
Yeah, but
handle it.
it's a
Yeah.
weight. Yeah, it's
Just
a weight. So
same. So
family secrets,
Not
man. I'm
easy.
telling you,
Easy.
family
Not
secrets.
easy.
Some of them
Mhm.
deep and very dark, and it's
Yes.
nothing that
Yes,
you have done. You have come into the situation. You are inheriting whatever it
Mhm.
is. You
Yeah.
know, and
yes.
sometimes they would want to make it look like it's your fault or whatever. You had nothing to
Uh-huh.
do with it.
one
Yes.
other thing
No.
from it. if I may interject, um, thank God for DNA. Because if
Oh yeah.
if
Yes.
we then what we know, that
Yes.
because
We've come a
DNA
far way.
is revealing so many things. Because I know someone who the person she thought was her father, she realized wasn't,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and DNA that it was. I think it was a transplant issue. I don't remember some blood transfusion, something. But that's when she realized that her father wasn't her father, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
then
What did her
question.
father did? Was that person aware that she was not his child as well? Because sometimes everybody's in the dark, you know.
The
Mm-hmm.
the
True.
the person. No.
You see,
Oh,
look, listen, Lady D, we're going to have a show called Village Secrets.
yeah.
Village,
Yes.
write it down before me forget. Village Secrets. You know what
Let
I
me
have
know.
come,
So,
me
Or
don't know about the who no grow up.
the village ram revealed.
And there's always a village ram, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There is always a village ram. You let me tell you, we need some of the things that some of our parents and grandparents also did, the things they were involved in. Let me tell you, sometimes when
Mm.
you have to pray and ask God to take away all them something where you inherit, you know, because you don't even
yes,
know,
ma'am.
and it's haunting you, it's affecting you in everything, in
Mm-hmm.
how you
Mhm.
eat, in how you relate,
Yes,
in
ma'am.
everything you do, and you're dragging it along, and it was
Mhm.
not your cross to bear, but you
But you
come
have it and you
right
carry it.
into it.
True.
You come right
But,
into it.
but
And so that's
but
how and so
that's
that's
also
how that's how our communities are built,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
where you have people who have just been moving around in the community,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yes.
men and women. And then out
yes,
of
Mm-hmm.
that, it creates resentment, it creates chaos,
yeah,
and then
Yes.
people just start to, everybody now, the gossip mill is developed because them know see the little one
Mm-hmm.
they down there so favor Mass Tom over Miss Matt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
must
those
have good.
things.
Must have drawing daughter skirt one day and tell her nobody they with her one day and the one day a family.
Yeah,
No, the poor
Love,
yes.
child
love,
yeah,
love
those
it.
things.
But
family.
do you know, growing up, right? My husband is not from my neck of the woods at all. And I remember, like, there were times when, like, I mean, my father is also not from there. So there was no chance that I would be related to anybody like that.
Right.
However, I would see like other families would strongly caution because attraction is natural, but they
Yes.
would be so adamant against a young man,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
giving the eyes to a particular young woman.
Mm-hmm.
And we would have
Mm-hmm.
said, but they are of age,
Yeah.
18, 19, maybe very early, 20, 21, whatever. Sometimes you kind of still at home, you're not out of under your parents' roof, but they would be adamant about it. And you would know, and they would have said, hey, boy, I got breathe you half, Like, tie your slip, Breathe him, I can't breathe you half, And then they give you that as a scare tactic.
What
Yes.
is
And
breed?
all
What
the
is
Yes.
breed?
time, and because you're not related, and then I want to tell you, so not related.
Can you define
So I
Yes.
breed?
don't
Can you define
girl
breed
said
for
I want to
me?
you a family, but the poor child don't know how. If a cousin or what, and next thing you know is a
Yeah.
brother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah.
worse.
Okay.
So then, ask your question.
Good morning, ladies,
Good
Good
Howdy.
morning,
morning,
and
Eva.
best wishes for 2026. You are looking fabulous.
folks.
Well,
Thank
thank you.
you.
And so do you there.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You see, may you have on the same color, you see.
Well,
Yeah.
well, we are from Obey.
Yeah,
What do you expect?
All right now.
The fabulous thing
I, I,
from the
I have,
flowers.
I have lost the hair while you have gained some.
I know. Oh my gosh.
it should be
Uh,
for you should I get.
Me take more than my fair share.
well, let me just say, guys, I love you, ladies, and thank you very much for carrying the show for all these years. And thank you for hoping to carry it for the many more years. But I want to come in and say, Max, you spoke about not knowing your father. And a lot of times I hear Max speak, and I'm like, we have so much in common. I mean, down to the hair. I mean,
Yes,
No, so I was tell him just come in and just a blend in. So, my God. We're trying to color him and wear Max here. I'm just blending. So,
No.
eh.
yeah. But Max, on a serious note, I too have gone to the doctor and don't know what to say about my father. And
Oh,
I have just had to, along the way, discover what my genetic situations are, but no father there to tell me. And really, to say, hey, be careful of having too much sugar because your father had that or your grandfather had that.
right.
So it's along the way that we are learning and stuff. And if we knew now what we knew then, or the other way around, we right, we would have. Jacqui spoke about the water. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we would have not done because we would have known that it's in our DNA. There is a propensity
Yeah.
to say diabetes, and we
Mm-hmm.
don't
Right.
know something about it. And
Yeah.
so now I am on this mission. And sadly, it's after you have developed the diseases or the situation that you're saying, oh wow, it's a family thing,
Yeah.
Right.
which could have been managed or prevented. So now, in dealing with this topic, I feel like I said, Sherns, I put a note in there. Do you do house calls? Because there are so many things that we need to, educate the younger generation on. I have my
Yeah.
nephews
About true.
who I told him my nephew he looked pretty much like me. We walk, talk the same way, and I'm like, you're like your grandfather. I took it out even away from looking like me to tell him that you look like your grandfather, which was my father.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so many things that DNA does not excuse you of.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So it is important that, and Max, yeah, I feel it too sometimes. I'm like, man, I don't know my father. I don't know what he was like. I don't know what is anything. I will ask, and I would have asked a lot of times, what was my dad like? And I would be told, go look in the mirror. That was
Yeah.
pretty much all I got.
Yeah, which wasn't that helpful. Yes, it was
No,
helpful
and
for you to have an
Well,
idea of
I've
his
never
image,
asked the
but not
question.
not, not his
Jacqui,
personality.
because he doesn't have they don't have
I don't even have a picture of my
photographs.
father.
Oh,
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
Not me.
wow.
So yes, I can relate, and my mission is to, as much as I can, if people will listen, because there is a phase in our lives where we don't want to hear what anybody else has to say. And if we get to a certain stage that we say, man, I wish I had listened to my
Yeah.
mother, not
You know,
today,
something.
anybody else.
But the others know what he looks like, right?
Yeah, but in terms of the knowledge that would help you to say prevent certain things, or because our dad when we were pretty young, so we pretty much have
Right.
limited, say, medical information. And to this day,
Mhm.
people ask me, what did your dad die from? And I am kind of struggling to say what he died from, really.
Nobody
know.
knows.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it is important that now that we know what we know.
That should be on the death
The old
certificate.
somebody, then when I said
Yeah, but sure, as
the
you know,
old people, then when I said then just give up.
Yeah, but I mean, like the
yeah.
Bureau of Vital Records or whatever them call it, it should be on
Yeah.
the. It's funny because what you call last when in the summer when I was in Jamaica, I had to do some business,
Hmm.
and it struck me and say, you know what, I should ask for my grandparents' death certificate because I don't know who ended up with it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Somebody, and I don't lose things. I will move with this something so much time. I will not
I
lose
made
important stuff.
that's
And I
me.
do not know. I went to my mother's things, it's not in there. I only have one uncle left. So who knows where it is? But it's there,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
we were. I remember being told that it was something to do with being poisoned or some poison that something. But I mean,
Oh
that
no.
doesn't really tell you, you know, what his things would
Yeah,
have been. I mean,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just a
But
short
at
version.
least you got some information. I have never heard a single word from
Well, and
nobody about anything.
and so to this day, I make sure that I don't eat from people because I don't want to get poisoned.
Well, there you go.
For you.
So,
Thank the Lord that
There
you
you
trust
go.
me.
so yes,
Yeah.
very very important that we, even though people may be reluctant to hear, us correct them, and I go back to Sherns and the family thing. Um, there's a lot of stuff that we did that if we had known, and I think Richie alluded to that. How do you fix some of the things that you did that you didn't know then? How you, or maybe I said that. How do we go about fixing these things that we didn't know then, and now we know better? It's our task to, especially in our family circles, to be
Mm-hmm.
bold enough to say, "Hey, you were wrong," and "Hey, stop drinking too much sugar," because stuff like that. So,
And something in my family, um people have always been very outspoken to the point where you can feel hurt by it, but let it not be said that you didn't know
hmm,
that there was
Right.
something that somebody was pleased about or so on, and we have maintained that. um I've mentioned Auntie Timberwolf, but
Mm.
which is Auntie Madge, but she has taken up this mantle because my grandmother is no longer around, who would be the, hey, haul you up kind of grandmother and love you in the
Yes.
neck.
Right.
So if she's aware of something, that is going to be drawn out, and everybody just have to fall in line, meet and call,
Mm-hmm.
what have you, and things are addressed. Because if
Yeah.
we
Nip
don't
it in my
do,
bud.
yeah, because if we don't do that, so those are some of the
Mhm.
things that, as Sherns explained, of all the other issues, whether it's health or your personal situation or so on, but at the core of who you are in your biological connections with family, that is
Mm-hmm.
really where our hearts should be, to correct anything that needs to be corrected,
Yeah.
because we know better now.
because we know better.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because prolonging these
Right.
things only creates more
Oh,
animosity.
yes.
It
It,
follows
it, it,
And
prolong,
chaos.
the,
Here
generation,
it
in the
prolong the agony.
of course,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it
here in
goes
the
through
information era,
generation.
thing is available. Everything is available because I switched to my phone because
Yeah, you're
for
breaking up.
something's going on with the internet.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
sure, let me ask
So
Sherns. Sherns,
I'm
I'm sorry, Jacqui.
Jack, you're
go
breaking
ahead,
up.
go ahead.
So, Sherns, I mean, since you are on that topic, now that we know the consequences of what we didn't know then, or what they may have not known, how do we, address this? Are we afraid to address it? I mean,
Well,
how do we
well,
address this?
we shouldn't be, because there is a saying that it's never too late to do what is right. So if something has already occurred that has put a damper on persons' lives, to say the least, something has happened, and the whole family has been affected over the years. Now that you don't just sweep it under the rug and say, well, he has saw 40 years. Well, hey, nobody not dead, or whosoever dead already. And it's never too late to do what is right. That is why it's important
Mhm.
to have family gatherings. And as someone, my mother was our everything. She's gone now 3 years. And she was like the glue that held everything to everybody together. And we still try to
Just
have
like
some
grandmother.
meetups. We still try to have some meetups where we sort of take the temperature of everybody. In most families, you have a matriarch, like Lady D had her grandmother. She's the matriarch. She was the matriarch. So whenever you come together, you may like, all right, so us here in the diaspora, you have family members who have spread across different states. What we used to do was come together around Thanksgiving. And we don't just come together and eat. We start from breakfast. We make sure the day was full. where
Mhm.
somebody just drop in for your plate and drop in with a guest and them gone. We would sit down and we would eyeball each other. We would play games. We would talk. And God forbid anybody should have said, I want you not talk to me. Or my mother would have look around and see if that cousin there past that cousin there and she know see one hug go on and one little pleasantry. She said, wait, what go on here, sir? You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And you had to have a come to Jesus moment where everybody have to lay down them cards. So whosoever
I
Yes.
was
like that.
hurting, yeah,
Mhm.
man, whosoever was hurting or felt that they had hurted or whatever, it
Gosh.
would get squashed right there. You had to do a whole investigation. You'd have jury because the extended family would be there. And however
Mhm.
painful it
Wow.
was dealt with so that when the next year come and we come again, we
Mhm.
don't have that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Awesome.
And for
Mhm.
me, I have thank God I have no regrets both on mother and father's side, although
Mhm.
none of them raised me. You know what I mean? When my
Mhm.
father got sick, we had a relationship, but it was more like a friend, like a paring P. My father was like a paring P to me. It was
Mhm.
no yes, dad, no dad. It was like a paring P. My mother was more like a friend because I talked to her about anything deeply and everything. I never had that child mother parental feel. Not that she didn't try, but I just, the ship had sailed for me with, with fostering with that kind of a relationship.
Mhm.
However, she was always present. You know what I mean? So I made sure I asked my father questions. I
Yeah.
asked him everything and I sent for him. He was sick, but he was not that bad at the time. And I had one of my brothers, because I have a ton of siblings on his side. And I had one of my brothers bring him to me in Mobile. And this man had never been to anything for me at school.
Mm.
My grade six teacher was the one who was the father figure because my grandfather was too old and weak and couldn't do anything. My husband and my grade six teacher were my male figures. Figure anything at school, attend with me and stuff. And what I did, I had him come to me in Mobile and I took him around every place. I took him to my school. I showed him. I said, this is
Mhm.
the park I go. This is the this is the that. I spent an entire day, took him to lunch. Any question I wanted to ask him out of earshot of the
Mhm.
others. And I spoke to him about life in general because he was a man who loved to love the ladies. And I
Mhm.
spoke to him about that. I'm going to make sure say repent and all them things there. And I spoke to my mother also in the same
Right.
way. I was happy for the last several years with my mother.
Mhm.
Even doing the show, I would be doing the show in my mother's bed with her next to me because every Saturday I was on duty with her. And I talked to her about everything life related because I did not want to have any
Yes.
regrets.
Yes.
And
Mm.
and then
Right.
with my sisters, I'm the one that was not raised with our mother. I was
Mhm.
the one they called the country bumpkin because I was raised in the country and I was tomboyish and I had my wild ways. And nobody thought that I could be a refined lady. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? So therefore a little stigma
You've
was
come a long
hanging
way,
over me
baby.
for a while. What's that?
You've come a long way, lady.
Let me tell you. And so I'm just saying that, I have my three sisters that I love and cherish, and I make sure we have long talks because there were times when I have let them have it in no uncertain terms
Yes.
because I felt like I was an outsider because I said y'all would choose each other and exclude me because in certain things.
Mhm.
So they would say, no, it's not so, it's such and such and such. And we got to put all that in the open.
Mhm.
So although some of it is painful and you don't really want to regurgitate or want dig the wound any deeper, sometimes Jacqui is a nurse, she will tell you, you have to clean out the wound and dress it
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Yes.
yes, I did
if you want it
understand.
to be
I mean,
better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
yeah,
so not to go too far afield, Eva, with what you said, it's never too late to do what is right. So no
That's
matter how many years have gone by, if you are holding something or somebody's holding something or where some bones are buried, and it would help somebody in their life to live a better life, maybe a guilt-free life.
Mm-hmm.
Say the thing, man. Help them out.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And
Yeah.
again, because
Thanks, Cher.
we're gonna wrap up soon, but you realize that some people have lived their lives believing that they're always right.
Whew.
Oh
True.
Right?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that in itself is a
No
problem.
matter,
That in itself is a
no matter what
problem.
you
So
tell them, it's true.
even if there is a confrontational situation, and we know that having confrontation doesn't mean
Not a
that
bad
it have to
thing.
turn out to be a brawl. It's not a bad
Just gotta
thing.
address it.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes,
Mm-mm.
because they're so steep in their thinking, they'll feel that you are coming at them. And
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
so having that discourse is sometimes very difficult to navigate
Yeah.
unless you have somebody who just not care and
Yeah,
say,
but you know, you need to have if you have that sort of a challenge, you need to have somebody present so that cooler heads can prevail.
Mm.
carry the
If
floor.
everybody has fire, you need somebody who is the
Yeah.
water. You
Mhm.
can't
You need warm
ignite.
water, of
No,
course.
no.
Mm-mm.
All right, Sherns, you said something about the Thanksgiving thing, which most people do, just go eat the food and that's it. So
And
you're
leave.
Disappear.
Yeah.
you're suggesting that, I mean, separating the dish apart from just having the food, it should be a whole different thing where, like, what's going on? I mean, what's going on in your
Yeah,
life?
man.
Share
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
We
investigate, see what's
yeah.
going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not just
We
food and
we
gone.
would we would divide the day in like four parts. We come together early, we have breakfast, and then we would just have it like an impromptu meeting.
Yeah.
You come with this one. What is his intention towards you, or what is your intention towards her? You see who is having a difficult time, what can we do, such and so. It's all impromptu. We don't really go on and
Yeah.
say, so Max, what to you, Jacqui, what to you. But
Mm.
invariably, depending on the subject matter, this one
Mhm.
drop in something, and we would all be in the house. We would all be scattered. The kitchen, it's an open concept home. So I can see you over there, you over here, you over here. Who at the dining table, who in the living room, who gone on the back porch if it's not too cold, who in the kitchen. Sometimes the
Yeah.
kids are upstairs out of earshot because one of the little ones them gone downstairs to the basement because not everything you can get all the kids them involved or listening on
Right.
and things.
You're right.
Mhm.
But you talk about those things, and then we have little soup, little something, and then we have fixed things, and we have prepared the dinner, and so on. That's what we do. We don't have nobody just a drop in, and you are a guest, and them gone out, and see them again till the next year, and next thing you don't know what's going on with them, and
Right.
we
Yeah.
need to be curious. We want to make sure everybody is living a wholesome kind of life, and
True.
nobody not at
That's
a
a good thing.
disadvantage and
That's
all
Yeah.
not
that.
very
Yeah.
easy
Yeah.
to to foster. That's not very easy to put together. That would have to have started, been something that the family decide to do from early, right?
Yeah, man,
Mhm.
From
it was intentional. My uncle,
Right.
right.
who
So,
who came here and
and
subsequently
initiated it.
sent for, yeah, he initiated. It was, as a matter of fact, he would do Saturday morning breakfast. Every Saturday morning, he would make breakfast, and he would say, "Stop by and come get breakfast." Him just
Mhm.
get up and cook up some whole of saltfish, fry up some whole of dumpling. Sometimes get bad and make all dukunu. Him do all kind of stuff. And then he would make soup and he would say, stop by and get breakfast. And when you stop by, you sit down and talk, and just grab a to go and gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
All
Mm-hmm.
of us, we will just
That's
stop by. And when you stop by, me buck up in a Jacqui, me buck up in a cousin there,
right.
me buck up my sister because she
I
did stop by.
wanted that
And
in
he
my
kept
family
tabs.
here.
Yeah, and
We
he
have
kept
that.
tabs on everybody like that until the day he
Yeah.
passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's good. We have that, back home. But being here is like everybody is scattered and everybody
Yeah.
is trying to build their own lives, foster their own families. And it's so hard now for all of us to get together like we really used to.
Mhm.
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 And that's what I miss about
Yeah.
our
Yeah,
family.
it has to be intentional. It's not something
Yeah.
that is going to fall into place and be
Yeah.
all cohesive. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
and I think if you can do it
that's a
twice
good
a
thing.
year. Yeah, between doing a family reunion and doing a Thanksgiving dinner together, that takes care of it. But you have to be intentional. You
Right.
have to sit the kids down. Even to right now on my family chat, my big sister just turned she just became a grandma. And so, we were saying, oh, Granny Karan, and thing. And then, my other sister, she's in Atlanta. She put on and said, kudos to me, her, and the other sister, we're grandmothers and thing. And then my daughter dropped in and said, oh, it went back to my mother, her grandmother.
Mhm.
She's the first grandchild. And she said, if it hadn't been for her, because I always tell them, I say, if it hadn't been for our mother, my mother, I said, none of y'all would have been born here. I said, all of y'all are born here and you don't have particular, what you may call it,
Benefits.
beliefs and
Mhm.
taste and what you eat, what you don't eat. Me say, all I would have been born in Jamaica, possibly to different parents for my
Yeah.
sisters who got married to people
Mhm.
they met here. And so I said, thank you, no granny. I say every time when I have an American passport, and I say, yes, me born at Bronx, me born at wherever. I said, thanks to your grandmother, who is my mother, who brought us here, and we turn around and have Uno here.
Right. Right.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
don't play. I have my mother up there. I make sure. I remind them. I said, thanks. Some of them call her Nana. I said, thanks to Nana. Nana Merles is who started this thread, and
Yes.
y'all keep it going. And we make sure the term that's a family that prays together stays together. It's not just a rhyme.
Mhm.
You
No.
have to try and do it if you care at
Yeah,
all. If you don't care, it's different.
and it's
Yeah.
not just like getting together and pray like a prayer meeting. No, it's like
No.
that
No.
commune. That you
Yes.
get together, come have a cup of soup, and then
Mhm.
this one come may I make breakfast. Come eat some
Yeah,
breakfast. Yeah,
yeah. But
Well,
that's the
people
base
are
I want to have.
newfangled nowadays. You have some newfangled people. Some of them turn granny. They don't want to be called granny. It's a stigma. Them young still. Them a do road. Them out there so them can't hold the baby. Them not have no time. Them only kiss pan cheek and gone. Is that how you want to be? Be it. But it
Yeah.
comes a time when you're gonna be old. You want somebody to give you a cup of cold water and hold your stick
Mm-hmm.
and say, no, granny, no. I remember when my grandfather was really down, going and couldn't sit too well. And he was sitting at the dinner table one day, and to my God, in Jamaica, I don't know about Uno, but we used to keep a little island on the table. We're having jam, ketchup, hot sauce, that type of thing. And him love him little hot sauce. But he couldn't see. And me come
Mhm.
home, me come in the kitchen, in the living room, the dining area. And my poor grandfather had jam all
oh
over him
Lord.
meat.
Oh Lord.
And me call him daddy. Me said, daddy, you put on the jam. And he said, me, he's showing me, it a taste funny. Me, I think kind of sweetie. He said,
Wow.
put your daddy on the pepper because him couldn't see. But
Yes.
because he raised me and he loved me and was tender to me and spent time with me, it was now my turn to do it the same. And I was able to say,
Right.
daddy, let me take away that and give you a new set because now the thing is spoiled. So the one them growing up and they want to be grandparents and I talk about them at the road and pitney a cramp them style.
Mm-hmm.
No, say you're going to need them kids one day.
That is right, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm
That's
Well,
done.
right.
That sounds like
yeah,
a different show.
It is.
I
Oh,
know.
it's big. But
yeah, but
but I'm sorry. I really appreciate this because
mm,
I carry a burden, right? And there's always one in the family that carries a burden of what's wrong and what's right. And
Mm.
sometimes you're reluctant because you don't want to push back, and you're like, everybody's grown an adult now. So, but deep within, you're like, this is not right. And how do I fix this? And how long do we carry this on for 30, 40
Mhm.
years, kind of thing. And then the big thing for me, the day is going to come when death is going to come. And I'm like, Jesus, you're going to bury you with the situation unresolved,
Well, that's terrible.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm glad for the information, the suggestion, and I definitely will pick up on a lot of those. Thank you very much.
mhm.
All
You're,
right.
So
you're
if I
I know we
welcome.
knew
have to wrap
then,
up because I have to
yes.
go.
If I
Me
knew then
too.
what I know now, you,
Mm-hmm.
those of you who are on with us and you're listening, and you can go back in the, in the deep recesses of your mind and start to make notes. And as Richard says, you know, what he needs to correct, how can he correct that now? It requires a simple Either phone call,
Honestly.
because some things you can't
Yes.
by phone, but you can certainly make the plug and say, "Hey, when can we catch up?"
Yeah.
Extend an olive branch.
Yes, and
Yeah.
because I think for each show there must be a takeaway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
If
day
you
long.
if you are saying to yourself, if I knew then, and whatever your then was what you know now, then that tells us that you are saying, okay, this show has really caused me to rethink some of
Mm-hmm.
the things that I need to correct. Because most times, most of we know once so we at fault as somebody else to
Mm.
cause it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody always have some piece that they have dropped into the pie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to admit
Let's
where you fell down and
Mm-hmm.
everybody come together and
and
say
heal and heal and
and
heal.
heal.
Heal. A lot of people are
Yeah,
That's
hurting.
healing.
Yes.
Yeah.
that's it.
To take place. So if it's in your health that you were a drinker, smoker, and you realize, boy, me cut back in recent times, because when we see the ad them on TV, we not think say,
Mm-hmm.
this a go catch me.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Not pretty.
if it's something we spoke about money at the onset. So if a 5 cents you go save or $5 every 2 week, what have you. But let's say that the start of the year with this show has propelled us into doing something positive, making
Mm-hmm.
changes in our lives, doing what
It's
we need
snowing.
to do. Or we're having
Jackie,
snow.
it's snow in
Yeah.
America.
Oh,
I'm looking at it right. I've been looking out the window. I've been looking at it.
oh wow.
I
Where
miss I
where
miss
is
snow. I
where
miss
are the
We're
snow.
palm
supposed to
trees
get flurries
and
here
the
too.
Caribbean blue that I was just
Yeah.
seeing?
Hey.
We're supposed to get flurries here too.
Oh,
Yeah,
My
Florida.
Alexa told me that we're getting
This not
flurries
look
here
like
too.
Florida.
yeah, big snow.
This
Well,
is not looking like
Maxine,
Florida.
you're improving on me, man. I'll
I'm
flowers you
saying that
get.
we here that
Eh,
we're supposed to get the flurries here in Atlanta, but I
Right.
really enjoy it. I mean, I look forward to it because sometimes flurries turn to snow. I mean, they like
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
oh.
but my
You
snow.
you
I
thought
don't,
you left
I
it
don't think I'm
behind.
with
Max
them.
made. So you all saw Max made reference to it because when we had the last snowstorm, I have a car cover.
All right, all right, all
Hey,
right.
hey, and
Let's go
so
watch the video, guys.
the snow come
I
and like
did.
level.
I did.
Take out the car cover so that and come up with one story one of the morning.
It's not
Oh,
going to snow too
how
much.
the weather. I may not say a
I went a
word.
man.
Hey, then he said nothing. I said nothing. I don't say a word. All I know, I say snow. I'm like, I'm like, okay, so you go clean off.
And the rest is on the video, guys. Make
I
your
saw
comment.
it.
Mhm. But
I
we
saw
thank
it.
you, ladies. We thank you for your input.
And
Your
gentlemen.
hold on, no make me address me not leave you out. Yes, but I want to thank you because of course, they came into this show and we're wrapping up, but they came on simply because I had asked because I was doing this thing by myself and Lord, it wasn't
Mm.
cutting it much. And I had to, and they've come and helped to build it. And we enjoy being here every Saturday morning with each other. And we're hoping that this year we can link up together.
Listen,
Yes.
Yes.
the years have been going by and we have not done it. Let us be intentional
Yes,
Yes.
about a
Yes.
meetup,
True.
please.
And
Boss.
let me say something about that. 40 years went by and I did not see a classmate of mine. And this, I mean, when I went to Jamaica for the reunion, I saw her for the first time in 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
My.
do you know that she wasn't involved in the planning or anything like that because some people heard at the last minute and she decided to show up and she came to the reunion. It was wonderful. She came to the
She freeze.
Jack's freeze.
Aye.
Yes. But we are thankful that we are friends. We're friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And we all know each other from some time. And
Mhm.
life has been a blessing to us in different ways.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
the blessing
Absolutely.
is that here is a platform that people can come on, hear our conversations, dropping their their comments and share their stories too. So most people
Mhm.
now who have become family as our audience, you know, we know them, we kind of figure out who is who already, you know, based
Yes.
on the comments that they write and so on. So, you know, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
good thing.
All right.
And thank you guys for just
Jacqui
being
about
here
her
with
friend. What
us.
happened to her friend?
Jacqui, finish up about the friend.
She's
I
not
don't
here.
think she's hearing. So we want to thank co-producer.
Hey, hey, hey.
The one and only.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
There you go.
No two, no number two, just one.
Just number one.
And the one King is there
Yep.
saying about and me, the adopted one. That is right.
Oh.
Yep.
All right,
Yes, King
adopted
is like
one.
my brother.
Welcome.
Yes. So I want to say thanks to co-producer, you know, for being a part.
Medea. Medea.
See
All
you
right,
there.
there.
Yes. But thank you, ladies. And we're looking forward to being here. And Sherns, I note the topic idea. I dropped it in our chat that we can perhaps use for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. We don't want to touch and let go. We want to build on whatever we have said,
Complete it. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yes.
want to have a cohesive network going on around these parts.
Village secrets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely. So thanks
Stay
everyone
tuned.
for tuning in, and we love you, and we see you soon. And the
Yeah.
usual, who wants to go first?
May I come
Well,
go round, go eat me mini porridge.
Oh, wow.
all right.
Mhm.
May I go in the kitchen? Because believe it or not, I got up this morning and went out and got groceries because
Okay.
I just came back yesterday and I know by the time we finish, it's going to be snowing, which is snowing very heavily right now, actually. So
Mhm.
I have groceries to unpack and husband want lunch/dinner.
I hear
Hey,
you.
So me I go in other words, me I go into the kitchen.
and co-producer,
May I
what's
go
it?
round in my kitchen?
All right.
Okay, I'll see you guys later.
Oh, please.
Okay, take care.
Oh
Have a
my.
wonderful
You
day.
know what?
Wah,
Co-producer.
wah.
Thank you, Shernsy. Thank you.
Me gonna me yeah, me go drink my porridge.
You're there in your yard already.
May I go eat me a mini.
So me I can't go round, go on up, galang up, go in, go down, so go round. So we need.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
see you all next week, everybody. Love.
Bless
All
you.
Blessings.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. I'm your host, Lady D Denise Gomez Green, inviting you to join me each week for real conversations, powerful stories, and uplifting perspectives that shine a light on voices from the community and the diaspora. Kick off your week with the Monday Drive from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Dive deep on Thursdays with Center Stage from 6 to 8 p.m. and ease into your weekend with Satideh Mawnin Runnings every Saturday at 10 a.m. Catch Voices with Lady D on YouTube, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network online, and YouTube, and Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Trelawney, Jamaica, or tune in on Linkage Radio online. So lock in, turn it up, and remember, every voice has power. This is Voices with Lady D. Celebrate the heartbeat of Caribbean culture with Satideh Mawnin Runnings. Join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. on YouTube as we showcase the vibrant heritage of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean with 4 incredible women: Sherns, Max, Jacqui, and yours truly, Lady D. From powerful stories to cultural traditions, we're bringing the flavor, rhythm, and excellence of the Caribbean straight to you. It's more than a show. It's a celebration of the roots and traditions that inspire and unite us. Subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay connected. Every Saturday at 10 a.m., it's Satideh Mawnin Runnings. Come feel the vibes. Satideh Mawnin Runnings, where Caribbean heritage comes alive.